Hello, welcome back. More fruit. It's more Suika game. Cherry. Strawberry. Strawberry. Oi! This is not how my strawberry fanfiction is supposed to go. No! They were in love! I love the... Is it a persimmon or something? Where it's just like constantly in a state of anxiety. Same. Oh, same. Ah, nuts. Eee. Eee. My hair got caught in my headphones. Time to shave it off. It's become too inconvenient. Time to shed my fur. My winter coat. I will say, animal fur does confuse me because they also shed before winter. It's like, I don't get it. I really don't. This is not an educational channel. So, don't quote me on anything, but like, I've always thought, and I perceived it as, they shed their summer coat for a winter coat. I don't entirely understand the science behind it. I just know there's hair all over my house. I'm not being super careful, I'm just kind of having a good time. Okay. Bing bang boom. Cherry. Uh-oh. Aho? Haha? Uh-oh. Oh. No. Nice! I wonder what it would be like to live in a place where you have access to like fresh fruit. Like the really, really good stuff. Because I would love to try like legit fresh food. Like fresh strawberries, like just freshly picked. I've never been to like a field where you can do that. I've seen people do that on social media though. Or like where they go to pick a pumpkin. Oh, actually no, that's not true. I have a relative that grows lemons. I remember when I was younger, we got to make fresh lemonade. That was nice. And then, wait, hold up. They weren't lemons. They were oranges. They were in this. Okay, sorry. Fruit in a little tree. Oranges. They had a little orange tree. Maybe I could grow my own oranges. Live my dream. Make my dreams come true. On my own. How hard could it be to grow a whole tree? I was gifted a plant the other, like a few weeks ago, which was really sweet, and they gave me specific directions because they knew I'm not good with plants. And it's actually thriving. I've never had a plant do so well before, and I'm kind of like, okay, I get the rush now of being like someone who has a healthy plant. It feels nice. It feels kind of like you accomplished something. So, low-key, considering that being my next obsession is plants, because I like having a plant in my home. As I'm saying this, I'm realizing I don't think I put it back in the sunlight before I walked away from it today. It's fine. It's a low-maintenance plant, to be fair. It's not like anything that a normal level of care would need. It's very low maintenance for people who have terrible tendencies with plants. I do really good with more sturdier living creatures like dogs or cats. Things that don't really get in my face and remind me to take care of it are a little harder, just because I nap or I will get distracted and then it'll be like, hey, you forgot my lunch, and I'm like, I'm sorry. But I haven't had a small animal in a long time. This is like when I was little spider. When other people were more responsible than me in the same place, and they could take care of the animals. Melon. Am I losing? I was zoning out for a while. Oh, I survived! Using 10% of my brain. Well, did not last long. The other consideration you have to make with plants is you have to consider, like, if you have another animal in the home, like, is it poisonous? Are your animals doofy enough where they would try to eat the plant? I think it's the end. The end! Dang, my score is not caught up to that one since... Restart! I heard tomatoes are low maintenance. Maybe I should try tomatoes. My other issue is I've never lived in a place, like, I've never had, like a house or an apartment or anything like that where the one that we always growing up, the only one we ever, like, ended up being in was one that was always, like, the back of the building. So, no direct sunlight, and it wasn't like something you could just put your stuff outside because you share it with some other people. I do have a very core memory of being a very small spider and being chased by geese, though. And, in my opinion, they're one of the scariest things I could ever run into. Just because they have no sense of... how would I word this? They're very quick to fight. Very violent creatures. I don't like geese. That's my opinion. I've had too many geese too quickly willing to hurt me. I do like ducks though. I watched a video the other day, which doesn't make it seem like I like ducks, but I watched a video the other day of someone cooking, I think it's Peking duck, and how it was made. And holy moly, the steps I would not be willing to take in terms of boiling numerous liquids over and over again and trying to pour it on this thing. And maybe this isn't the original way people make it, but the way I was watching, I was like, nah. I feel inconvenience when I have to boil water. It's a no for me. La, la, la. Aha! I'm sleepy. When am I ever not, though? I guess during the last recording, when I was playing the spooky game, I was awake. Oh, by the way, hilarious fact about that, because remember I kept saying on the motion controls were making me feel like gaggy or like sick. After I stopped recording Horror Gallery, I just kept walking around going, like making the gaggiest noises because I was about to throw up after I stopped recording. It was so funny. I was like, no way am I actually going to get sick after this game. I got pretty close too. And then later, one of my pets jumped out of the room. I turned off the light and I left, and I thought there was no one in there left still, right? They jumped out of my room, and I screamed. I screamed like I did in that recording, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be hard doing anything for the next month, because I'm still gonna just be so jumpy. On the bright side, every time I've gotten that scared, I immediately start laughing because I just feel embarrassed of myself. But it's funny. Makes myself laugh at least. Do da 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 da. Touch. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. What am I doing? Making things so much worse. I wasn't thinking. I'm a dum-dum. I can't believe I threw the game by being a doof. Oh no, oh. There's nowhere to go. I lost the... Ah! I survived somehow. Wow. I'm gonna be a little optimistic. Maybe this can work out somehow. Maybe this can work out. Come on. No. Down. Holy moly. Hey. Come on! Come on! Oh no. It's over. It's over. What? That's it? Okay. At one time, I was in a grocery store getting stuff, and I came out and I went to my car, went to the back seat because that's where I like to put my groceries. And I started putting my groceries in the car or whatever I bought. And this store I shopped at was not the safest kind of place. So sometimes there would be some rather unique personalities that would appear, and you just kind of had to, you know, mind your business, live your life, do what you can. But I remember I was by myself loading the groceries, and then I felt someone lick my ear behind me, to which, as many would, I freaked out and screamed. Now, what I had noticed before I walked to my car was I'd parked next to this pickup truck. And when I came out, I did not see anyone at the pickup truck. So usually, like, because, you know, if you see someone at the car next to you, you're kind of like, okay, are they getting out? Or did they just get in? Do I need to wait to open my car? It's a whole thing. And it's So, anyway, someone licked my ear. I screamed. I was disgusted. I was freaking out. I thought, what do I even do in this situation? I turn around and I see the one who licked my ear in the back of the pickup truck. I had not seen them prior to this happening. They had been leaning over the pickup truck as far as they could. Like, they had their front parts, like their front, like, arms on the edge, leaning over, their whole body going blah, 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 licking. The twist was, thankfully, it was a dog. But I thought it was a person. Because I didn't see the dog. But no, it was this big, like, pit bull looking dog. Super sweet, like, wagging his tail. Must have been laying down or something in the back of the pickup truck. But it was just like, I give you kisses for free. And I was just not aware. But yeah, another moment where I screamed, terrified, realizing the situation was not as bad as I had thought, and it came to be a funny story I still look back on. Ah, goodness. But yeah, I've lived in some pretty not safe parts of town where, like, I had a friend, we went shopping together, and we heard, like, gunshots. And at that point, it had just been, like, a normal thing to hear nearby. So we just kind of casually got in the car and went home. It's kind of a bummer. I moved around, though. Trying to find the right place I want to live in. The sad thing about that story with the dog is that grocery store isn't even around anymore. A lot of things changed over the years. And, like, when you know, when you go to a certain, like, you find a store, you find something you like, but not every store will have the same stuff. So they had, like, some kind of imported goods sometimes. And I remember they had these foreign popsicles that were like these really, really nice coconut foreign popsicles. And oh, they were so good. I've never been able to find the same since. Never. I've tried like the basic ones you get at the store, you know. They're not the same. They're good, but they're not the same. Am I just talking about things that bum me out? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be like a bummer. I'm just kind of thinking back. Having like a nostalgic train of thought. Fruit make my thought go deep. My Suika therapy session. Such a nice game. I want to be able to, like in Tetris, where you could put it on the side and just grab it later. But I can't. Peaches. Come on. Oranges. Have you ever ordered from a vending machine that everybody else knew had not been serviced in a long time, but no one told you? I have. I had a new job, and I was like, ooh, juice. Because they had a vending machine. So I ordered orange juice, and I was like, nice. Because I had a couple dollars. I was like, sure. And I... well, that's the worst one I've done so far. So yeah, I got the orange juice, and it drops down, all that fun stuff. I looked at it, and I'm like, it's a little oranger than usual, but like, hey, it's orange juice. Usually it's yellow, but hey, whatever. I'm thirsty. I want it. I wanted some sugar. So I drank it, and initially, while I'm drinking this thing, I thought, this is not very good. But hey, I paid $2 or whatever for it, so bottoms up. So I drank the thing, right? And I remember I was very new at this job too. I remember just sitting there and being like, oh, I feel terrible. Like my stomach hurts so bad. Like really bad. I have stomach issues often, and I was just miserable. So it was just, oh my gosh. So I'm sitting there just like, ugh. And I had a coworker come up, and he was like, you good? And I'm like, no, I honestly feel terrible. And they're like, what'd you eat today? And I'm like, a couple things, whatever, toast, so-and-so sandwich, and then I explained, I got an orange juice earlier too, because I was like, hey, I wanted something sweet. And like, wait, where'd you get it? And I said, oh, I got it from the vending machine. And they said, our vending machine? And I was like, yeah. And they said, oh no. And I said, what? And they said, the one that touched that vending machine in years. And I'm like, oh, what? So they're like, yeah, no, that's not good. And I'm like, why don't you guys have a sign up? And they're like, I don't know, we just kind of assumed no one would touch it because we've all worked here for so long. And I'm like, oh good. Yeah, no, I did that. And I didn't come to work for like the next 2 days because I had food poisoning. It was just terrible. But like, I remember I was the joke of the office for a while. Like, hey, Vesperia ate the juice. Haha. No one told her. And I'm like, yeah. What? No. No more cherries. I've had enough. Oh, God. As I'm telling this story, my stomach hurts again. Ugh. Something I don't like about, like, a fear response is how much it physically affects your body. So, like, when I get scared, I physically feel unwell and just so sick. And it's just not a good time. Crazy how your brain works, though. But I always wondered that, like, because, you know how your body reacts. And you watch, like, horror movies or things like that make you feel like, oh, that's terrible. And I just can't help but think, like, when I watch those things with, like, characters, and I'm like, how are they... Because I know it's fiction, but still, you can't help but think, like, whoa, how come they don't have to go... They don't... Maybe it's adrenaline, too. But I'm like, oh, they're handling it quite well, in my opinion, even if they're making terrible decisions, because same. I gave that a harder time when I was younger, but, like, honestly, I'd probably be really... Have you seen those videos of, like, people doing escape rooms? Your brain gets stupid when you're scared. Some people are really good about making calm, cool, level-headed decisions when they're under stress. I am not one of those people. Oh. Yeah, baby. I want you over there. I don't want to put more stuff between us. Very frustrating because these are so close. So close to being something great. Was I in the middle of a thought? Did I finish it? I feel like I might have. I don't think I could ever rise to the occasion and, like, finish off the monster or the killer in shows like that. I did make a pact with a friend when we had, like, because we had, you know, scary movie nights. And we made a pact that if we were ever in these supernatural situations where, like, there was, like, it had to be supernatural or maybe, like, you know, an obvious we're not gonna make it kind of situation. Like, if there's, like, a killer on the loose, he's in the house, we can't get out, there's no way. He's cornered us. Our pact was, and we agreed to it, that if it ever happened to us, it would be better if we killed each other rather than letting the killer do it. So we agreed that if we ever were in that situation, we would agree to take each other out. Somehow, at the same time. So it would be the most, like... I don't know, because, you know, they're killers in that shows. They're like, oh, it's gonna hurt for a while, because they're not gonna just do it quickly and get it over with. They want to, like, torture you or something. It made sense at the time. And I remember, like, that made me feel better watching movies, because I was like, it's okay. If I was ever this with my friend, I wouldn't live through it. I wouldn't have to suffer the way these people do. Like, I saw a clip from, was it Saw? Where they were, like, chained up and they had to, like, hurt themselves to get out. And I'm like, nah, it's a no for me, dog. And then some of them just didn't make it anyway, and they just suffered. I was like, I don't want that. Mm-mm. Especially if it's, like, some kind of monster involved that, like, is beyond human, like, capabilities in terms of, like, defeating it. Like, no. Ooh, that's another one. I saw Nope. Without telling any spoilers, I remember seeing Nope and being like, I could not. There was no way. I was impressed. Because it was one of those movies where I was just like, I could not. I like that movie. Actually, something about horror movies too is I get kind of bored. Like, because I understand it takes like a lot of build up, you know, to introduce the characters, the setting, why there's in that place, things like that, yada yada, fun stuff. But I just get so bored during backstories. Because, yeah, you gotta, you know, is it world building? I don't know, but I have the attention span of like a squirrel. And I just get very bored. Those are never gonna touch. I've already resigned myself to this fate. They'll never meet. Oh, oh. Da 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 ba da 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 ba da 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 dum ba da ba da da dum. Don't, da, dum. There's a hair in my face. Da 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 da. Uh-oh. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Ba ba da da. It's over. Oh, hey! New score! Nice. That's a good way to end it. Well, I'm happy enough with that. Big stretch. Thanks so much for watching. I'm so tired. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Get the Suika game for yourself. It's not... I feel like it was like $5? Maybe? I remember being giving me like, oh hey, that's not a lot. Or something like that. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, it's fun. I like it. The music just makes my head, my brain turn into ice cream. And I'm like, yeah, I like ice cream. It's great. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!